You're watching episode 4 of the Produce Picker podcast. I'm your host, Ray, the Produce Picker. This episode, coring a pineapple. Here I have your standard pineapple. You'll notice this one's a little overripe. The leaves are turning brown, and the sides as well have some brown spots. But for today's demonstration, this one will work just fine. You want to begin by getting rid of the leaves on top. This is easy. Simply take the leaves in one hand and the pineapple in the other, and twist in opposite directions. That's all there is to it. Notice how the leaves come off with minimal effort. This method should work for you every time. Step 2 is to begin cutting. We'll start by cutting off both ends of the pineapple. Doing this will provide a stable base on which to cut the rind from the pineapple. You can see that my first cut isn't quite deep enough. You want to make sure you start your cut deep enough to remove all the rind from the meat of the pineapple. If your cut isn't deep enough, it's no problem. Just place your knife a little more towards the center and begin again. Now you have two flat sides, which makes it easier and, most importantly, safer to cut into your pineapple. Again, make sure you start your cut deep enough into the pineapple to remove all the rind. Chances are you won't get the rind completely off, as you'll see in this demonstration, but that's okay because a little cleanup work with the knife at the end will take care of that. You can see here in this first cut that most of the rind has been removed from this section of the pineapple, but there still remains a little bit here and there, and I'll be showing you how to clean that up once we remove most of the rind. Continue by moving your knife over to the next section of the rind while overlapping your last cut by a little. This will help to ensure you get most of the rind in the first cut. Now simply continue this method around the entire pineapple, and when you've completed that, take your knife and remove any little bits of the rind left over. Now let's speed up the process so as not to bore you too much. Okay, it looks like we've removed all the rind from the pineapple. From this point you can go a couple different ways. If for instance you wanted to create pineapple rings, you would simply turn the pineapple on its side and begin cutting approximately every ½ inch, like so. However, since this demonstration is titled Coring a Pineapple, that's what we're going to do. Let's proceed by showing you just how to get that tough core removed from the middle. The next step is to cut the pineapple into quarters. Simply move your knife to the top or bottom of the pineapple and make your first cut down the center. Next, place the two halves back together. Rotate the whole pineapple and make another full cut down the center, thus creating 4 equal parts. Alright, good job. We're almost there. If there's any tricky part of this demonstration, this is it. The actual removal of the core. But not to worry, do this once or twice and you'll get the hang of it. Here you can see I'm pointing to the core of the pineapple, a hard strip of inedible gristly meat that needs to be removed. In order to do this, take your knife and place it at a 45-degree angle about ½ inch above the core. Start by slowly pulling the knife from one end to the other while maintaining the angle of your knife. And that's it. The core has been set free. Now simply repeat this process on the remaining 3 quarters. Cut the pineapple any way you like. You'll notice here that I'm using a quick technique in order to make pineapple chunks. Cut to your own desired size and enjoy. I know this whole process may seem lengthy, and there appears to be a lot of instruction, but I encourage you to try this method for yourself. It's easier and quicker than it sounds, and you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of cutting a pineapple the way the pros do it. Have fun.
You've been watching another episode of the Produce Picker podcast. Remember to check out producepicker.com for many more great tips.